Just three regular guys with a podcast.
Why is it a big deal, though? Like, I don't understand why. Like, what is...
Because I didn't think you knew anybody.
Who can laugh at each other's expense.
And right there, my knee was just...
Who have the utmost confidence in each other's athletic abilities.
Sub 5.
You're a sub 5 on one of them little tricycles with the little bleep bleep air horns on the...
And whose guests absolutely love joining them on the show.
What are your thoughts on that?
You got some nerve really asking me.
The Choopin' It Up podcast starts in 3, 2, 1.
Forgot to turn the mics on. It's been a bit.
Yo.
It is
right back on the horse.
It has been a bit. The Choopin' It Up.
But I haven't seen you smile this much since your knee was better after that incident.
It's true, man. It's true. Listen, I mean, as much as I've wanted a podcast, I mean, it's opening night, NBA. We're watching a game kind of right now. We're trying to stream. It's not really working.
No Twitch?
Not really working
No
right
Twitch?
now. I was going to add this whole spiel. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening to this on any of the podcast platforms, it could be, we're on Amazon Music now as well. So, Spotify, wherever you're listening to this, or if you're watching it live on Twitch. But there's no one watching it live on Twitch because
You don't know what you're doing?
No, I don't know what happened. It gave me a thing. We didn't test it out because you guys were talking forever.
Oh, sorry, bud.
Oh, wow.
It's our fault.
Yeah,
It's our fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of our fault, okay?
Yeah.
Speaking of our fault.
Okay.
What's it been? 2 months, right? It's almost.
It has been.
It's probably about 2 months.
The
'cause
last
it's
time.
8 weeks of
the
football.
last time. Yep. It was before football season. We were right back there on Steve Galley's tailgate because Matt was playing.
Yeah, it's even been
basketball
longer for
or
him.
something.
It's
that
probably
day.
been
I don't.
3
I
months
have
for him.
no idea.
Wow,
Or he
it's
was.
been a while for me.
No, he was
But-
partying on the patio. That's what he was
Yes,
doing that
yes.
day. I
Oh,
remember.
Great time.
But
Great time.
I want to sincerely apologize to all of those listeners that we've absolutely ruined their lives over the last 2 months, that they couldn't hear us in the podcast, that we've absolutely threw curveballs at them.
Are you guys still
and
doing the
hanging.
podcast?
Yeah. I mean, the only person to ask me when are we podcasting again was Hooper.
Yeah.
Listen, Bob Santagato,
What?
who I found out this weekend for some reason at some point in one of these episodes, you made a comment about him. He thinks you hate him. And now he kind of hates you, I think.
That's
Bob,
love.
Bob doesn't hate anybody.
I don't know. He gets a little worked up. So you can set the record straight because he'll probably listen to this one day when he's at work. He'll comment on YouTube.
All we have to do is say
I
that
love
he's
Bob.
part of the introduction. He's
So,
hooked.
So yeah, it's been a bit. Again, last time we did this.
When is our sincerely when's our 1 year anniversary coming up?
Sometime during it's got to be coming up.
Well, I know
sometime
basketball
during
season.
like December.
Basketball season
Yeah.
just started today,
Yeah, I
right?
know. Yeah.
It goes until June.
No, like high school basketball starting up here soon. I think we did it the first
December.
one towards the end, so maybe like January, February.
I kind of
We
think
were-
it might even be later than that because the second or third episode, we were already having Jack Kelly on for the tournament show.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we were on fire back then.
So it
was-
might be end of February.
We were pretty on the
Fire stick froze again.
Good old fire
really-
stick.
There we go.
I mean, yeah, it could be any of those.
So
Episode like 22, 1, 3, 4. Last time
Who
we were here, we
knows?
had your guy Sweet on, and I do.
Yeah.
If he listens, he told me that the reason you don't give us any good stuff, like when we come to you with our injuries, is because we don't do it. My knee has been feeling much better. I've been really working on my hips. I don't know if that was something that I feel like that was
it
something
was probably
that
he told you.
Yeah, something.
not
He
me.
didn't tell me anything specific, but he said it's probably, rooted in hips. So I've been doing some, airplanes and shit like that.
What are you talking about?
Hip airplanes. It's you
I
pretty
don't
much
know.
internally, externally rotate. It's a gym thing. Maybe it's not a
Oh,
maybe it's not an
God.
athletic trainer thing.
Keep your gym thing to yourself. This is more of a
This is a family show,
yeah,
Hooper.
Jesus. I don't want to know what you do on your
Jesus.
Saturday nights
Yeah.
All right. Well,
with who or whatever.
I told you this before. I saw a bunch of former athletes on my recent Saturday night.
yeah. Where
I
were
heard
you?
had-
Where were you
I
at?
heard you broke the bank.
Undisclosed location.
Heard you had to break the bank just to get it all with drink. Jesus.
You know what, though? The next morning, it was like, how's the receipt from that? It wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad
Oh,
as
okay.
One of those where you're like, you look at it and you're like, oh my God, it's going to be $200. And you're like, ah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like 87?
out-
All right, not bad.
Got out scot-free.
Hoop, how do you feel about the Packers right now? Like, what are your thoughts? Too early in the season.
It's too early. A bunch of injuries. We're getting our all-pro left tackle back soon, but, I mean, Jair's down. We still, crazy, don't have another receiver not named Devontae Adams. You would think they would have addressed that. They haven't had one for 4 years. We have this linebacker, DeAndre Campbell.
Okay.
He's really, I like him, and I like the fact that we
He
signed.
likes him so much he doesn't know his name.
Yeah. Must be important.
I like when they signed Jalen Smith when the Cowboys cut him.
Isn't he still hurt, though?
No, he just wasn't playing.
Oh,
he wasn't
okay.
hurt. Yeah.
Oh, I
No,
thought
he wasn't hurt.
Okay.
So I like that. I mean, competition's been decent, but I think in the next 3 weeks they have to play the Cardinals and the Chiefs. So
Here's
Chiefs don't
what
scare
I'll
me right
say.
now.
Here's what I'll say. Going back, and then this is it. So we went on our little 2-month hiatus,
yes,
Yeah.
and it certainly wasn't for lack of effort because it's been
you've been busy. You've been
busy,
busy.
really
You've been
busy.
busy.
things
So-
gotta go- yeah, right.
So, but in reality, the only thing we missed in the sporting world has been high school football.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's
Right.
it's practically over.
Right.
But we still have plenty of NFL talk ahead of us until
Oh.
Super Bowl. We have plenty of college football talk.
right.
College basketball is going to be starting in a couple weeks.
Speaking of college, what do you think of Oklahoma pulling Rattler to go with this Campbell?
Dude, did you watch that kid, Caleb Williams? Did you watch?
Williams? Oh, I'm calling
Stud.
Campbell, yeah.
Stud.
They are, like, raving about him on, like, college game day right now.
I was never a big Rattler guy, but how do you go from being the number 1 overall pick to just you're the backup now?
Sucking.
He's definitely gone, right?
Yeah.
He gotta be.
Transfer portal. But did you see the one throw? I think it was maybe the game that he came in for Rattler, where he threw it like 55 yards, like off the wrong foot, like on a rope.
Uh-huh.
Kid's a stud.
Well,
He was a 5-star too. He's a 5-star
I don't
prospect.
know.
Have we heard from Runco at all?
No, I told you.
No Runco report card this week.
No. Should I send him a text? Should I send him a text? Hey, remember that podcast we recorded 9 weeks ago?
Here's the trivia
gotta-
question.
I have one. I have one.
What day did we last podcast
That
on?
is a good.
Yeah, Hoop, real excited.
That's a.
I got a trivia. I got one today, boys.
So
Former guest Evan Prawl. I want to make sure I say this. Congratulations. I think you guys remember he said his wife was expecting. Baby was born this afternoon.
hey, congrats, pal.
Congratulations,
6
my man.
pounds, couple out of 6 pounds, maybe 13 ounces.
Sounds like an
Wow.
NFL baby right
not
there.
Real, you're right. Not real sure how long the baby was, but odds are not much shorter than Hooper.
You just yep. All right, cool. All right. This podcast is over. Episode 22.
It's been fun.
Been fun, guys.
We'll see you next week.
I'm down here trying to figure out the stream key. That was a good one, but congrats, Ev. Before I have this loose leaf format, some things that I want to make sure we talk
Hooper's
about.
got an agenda.
Have an agenda, but before
He's all excited.
there was a big announcement that broke last week. Maybe yesterday. Coach Abda announced the actual date of the Mid-Valley Alumni Game.
It came across my desk, the facility request, formally approved.
What day is it?
Not formally approved, but approved by me
what,
at least.
What's the date? He said he wanted to. The announcement was, I
The
want to give.
27th.
I want to give all you old ass former athletes an opportunity to get in shape, but I'm ready to
No.
drop 30 and then leave my shoes in center court.
November 27th.
So you're telling me right now,
Or three.
No. You're guaranteeing 30 points on the alumni
No,
game.
I'm not guaranteeing. I'm not guaranteeing 30.
What do you
He's
get?
not
I'm
going to
not
score
a-
30 points in the next 30 alumni games.
Over under 15.
Well, it depends. I mean, am I gonna?
Over under 15.
15 what? Points,
Points.
rebounds, turnovers,
I'll say
blown out knees.
Hitting the floor.
I'll get
15 points.
I'll get
Over under.
double digits.
No. Over
No,
under.
I'm
15.
saying
Over under. Come on, give me something.
So he's setting his over under at 9.5.
not. Yeah, that's pretty.
it's
Set it,
taking
so
the
reset it. Yeah, set it at 9.5. Going
9.5.
over.
All right.
We'll stream it. That'll be streamed,
I'll
right?
take that.
NFHS.
Can we get a pot going?
We're gonna do. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a countdown too. you know, like
They have the cards
no,
going.
yeah, you know, you go to a baseball game and they put the K's up on after each strikeout.
Points. We can do the points.
Dude,
right
hang
on the
them over
banister.
the.
We'll
Yeah.
do 'em right on the
We'll have just
banister.
pictures of
Yeah.
basketballs. 1, 2, 3. What are those?
With his
Hooper's
face on
points.
it. With his face on it.
Dude, honest to God, I feel like we should. I feel like we
I feel
should.
like this should be a
I
thing.
feel like it should be a real thing, man. But yeah, so I just wanted to make note that I'm
I don't know what you're doing right now. You're struggling.
but
whatever
I
you're
am.
doing.
I'm trying to like actually podcast and try to figure out how do we get this on Twitch. Like,
Okay.
so, I mean, I feel like when Runko, if he does give us a report card, I feel like that should kind of factor in a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think this game might be at halftime. I do have an agenda.
Okay.
NFL. We
Okay.
picked before the season, maybe the last time Matt was on. We had our Super Bowl picks.
Yeah.
I'm
Don't
gonna be
remember.
honest.
I don't even remember.
I
who
don't remember
picked.
mine
I'm a-
either.
I'm
I
a
said
B.
Browns maybe.
I'm gonna be honest. Mine wasn't great
Browns Bucks.
because I picked the Patriots won't make the playoffs. The Washington football team because I thought their defense was going to be really good. Their defense is actually the worst in the NFL.
You-
So that's not.
Wow,
so that's
you picked
probably
the-
as expected.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You picked two teams that weren't even gonna make the playoffs.
Playoffs.
we talking
Yeah,
about
playoffs. Yeah. So
Oh.
I just
So wait, do you remember ours?
someone picked the Bucks and the Bill. I think you picked the Bucks and the
Bucks
Bills.
Bills or Bucks Browns? Who changed the team? This is nice.
And I think it's at halftime, maybe.
Yeah.
And,
it's a live look in.
Oh.
And you picked the Browns and the Bucks. The Browns stink.
Yes.
Oh, you
Browns
picked the Browns
stink.
Bucks.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a shot.
You do. I mean, that's a
The
decent one.
Bills
Even
just got beat yesterday.
I got a shot.
Did you watch that? Anyone watch that game?
I watched it till about the third quarter. Went
Questionable
to bed.
fourth down go for right.
I like that, but did you? Oh, and we are live.
They got their rings tonight.
We're live on Twitch, I think.
We are.
Officially. Oh yeah. I think we're there.
Veraxa, look for us.
But
I just saw him was posting something about his video games. I liked it.
on Twitch.
Yeah.
Or on.
He's always on TikTok
On
now.
TikTok, yeah.
Mhm.
TikTok, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big
So
TikTok.
when you almost give up the game.
He had one that went for like 160,000 views. Good for him.
Wow.
But I can't believe, like the Tennessee Titans. Remember, like Ryan Tannehill last year was almost like an MVP. He was in that MVP conversation, even though Derrick Henry was the guy. Like he stinks. Like they won because of Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry's a stud.
That was his third game with 3 touchdowns.
I like the one thing I saw on like Twitter and Instagram. It was saying like when you were making a player back when you were younger in Madden,
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's
Yeah,
a player
Yeah,
that
he's
you
a guy.
create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like,
100%.
You're so right. You make him
100%.
that big, that fast,
They
can
did
do
a f-
everything.
I can't remember when it was or who did it. They did a featured like story on Derrick Henry coming through high school and stuff. I think it was last week, wherever they played.
Right.
I think they were
Well, I
playing.
think they did it
in
because another
Tampa
player
or
just beat his
something, or-
rushing record.
Oh, really?
Did you see that?
No.
He only has like one hit, like one arm.
Oh, is that the guy that was? He took a picture
Yeah,
with
he
at
took
the
a
game.
picture with them. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Kid like broke his record for like single season or single game rushing yards.
Did you see? I think it was ESPN. They put up. It was a couple of days ago, maybe on Instagram. They put like his. It was something about like Derrick Henry's like just career to this point, like going back to high school,
Really?
and like I don't know. I think he had like 3 state championships and probably 10,000 rushing yards, and
He's
then
a national
Alabama.
champion, yeah.
I don't know how many he won there, but he's a freak, and he
Yeah.
pretty much
How much you
carried
get paid
them.
in college? I got paid in championships. no. But like, how much
Dollars.
did you get? How
Dollars.
Much did
Listen,
you get money wise?
But NIL, NIL,
In LA.
NLI. But you could say it now. It's fine. They're not going to go back.
You're good, man.
You're good. You could say that you were
Oh, it
getting.
is NIL. Name, image,
Yeah,
likeness.
come on, Tom. I knew what I was
You were
talking
going.
about.
You were doing national letter of intent.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Signing my NLI.
Yeah. I might sign an NLI after the alumni game if it's streamed on the NFHS.
You wouldn't even sign an NLI to the Washington Generals.
Bud, chill.
They wouldn't even
You
need
won't
you to
even
act.
go. You won't even go over 15 points for me. I gave you.
Hooper's the perfect Washington General. Against the Globetrotters. They don't even need. They just need you to go out and try to play. the Globetrotters are going to put on a show. Pull his pants down.
Great time. He tried to steal the ball off of somebody. He completely fall down.
I feel like there was one time when I was in second, third, first grade elementary school. The Globetrotters were coming in, so they came to the school.
Yeah.
And they did that whole spiel, and they're like, "Oh, try to steal the ball." And I tried to, as a 6-year-old, try to steal the ball off Globetrotter. Did not go well. The alumni game will go much better this year.
So over under 9 points. That's what we got.
Over 9.5. Yeah.
All right, over 9.
Jay,
so let's go 10.
listen, if
interesting.
Jay Kenny
Right.
is watching this or listening to this, I might need to get him to come. I might need him to come and
feed you the ball
and not train me for a month. Get me ready to go. Get me ready to score.
If you get him to train you,
and
I'm on your team, I will feed you the ball.
If you get Jay,
if you can get him to train you,
if you get Jay to run up the floor twice between now and the alumni
I don't
game,
need him to do that. No, don't need him to do that.
Oh, he just needs to sit down and tell you what to do?
Yeah, he could.
All right, Jay might do it then.
Oh my God. So what's on your agenda?
Yeah,
Let me
what's
hear
next?
This.
Well,
We got
so figure since we'll go right into the second half of the NBA. Let's NFL and the big story that we did not get the podcast about last week.
or the previous 8 weeks.
Yeah.
The big story last week. John Gruden, Las Vegas
man.
Raiders. Because there have been like some updates since then.
Adam Schefter lost like all credibility from that one, I think too.
Yeah,
Why?
He was like caught up in the same like.
he sent Bruce Allen like a story that he was going to run.
Yeah, but he asked him like if this is okay. Like he sent the
Whole story. Yeah,
He said like proofread this. Tell me what you like, what you don't
can't do
like.
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do
Yeah.
that.
So
I was like, oh wow. I was like,
So, but I mean, so John Gruden last night, Monday Night Football, breaking news. Phone starts going off. John Gruden getting
How did the
canned.
phone go? Okay.
Getting canned.
oh my God.
Do it one more time. Hurry up.
So John Gruden, he pretty much got told to kick rocks. Not really. He resigned.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
he was getting canned anyway, so
Right.
it's just
Yeah,
a better look to resign.
Because Mark Davis likes him. The crazy thing, though, that you find out after the fact is Mark Davis knew they got sent all these emails.
It's public pressure.
But
Right.
Friday.
Right.
Right. So Friday, when they leaked the first one of him, whatever the comment he made on Demora Smith,
Yeah.
they released that one, but they had all the other stuff. Him talking about,
Women refs.
calling Roger Goodell an anti-football cat.
Cat. That was a nice way to put that.
Yeah.
I had to think about it.
Yeah,
Like, where's he
I
going
was,
with
I
cats?
was like, cat. What? Oh,
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay.
Sorry, an anti-football pussy cat.
You should
that
have just
stuff.
left it at cat.
Yeah,
right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had me.
Okay, sorry. The Michael Sam thing, I'm calling it bullshit that he thought that the Rams were forced to draft him.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So they knew about that Friday. They let him coach. They weren't going to fire him. And then someone, probably from the NFL, you think, leaks some of these other emails. Like, all right.
If you're not going to do it, we got to help this out.
We're just going to keep
yeah.
leaking stuff. So, but if you're John Gruden, wouldn't you think that, like, because he had in a press conference, he's like, there might be more emails out there that I don't know about. But you did know about it.
I just forgot that I wrote them.
But
Weren't how old are the emails?
it was like a 7-year span from like 2011 to 2018.
I just don't understand why you would put some of that stuff in an email.
Yeah.
True.
That's what I mean.
Like, that just blows my mind.
Like, you're setting yourself up for disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you get the people, right? So I feel like most people out there aren't
Did your
worried.
voice just
Yes,
crack?
my voice just cracked, yes. Like, they're not worried. You're not going to find too many people who are like, yeah.
Hello, puberty.
Oh, God, no. Tell me it isn't so.
Our Hooper's
feel
growing
like-
up right in front of us.
It's a pleasure. It's such a pleasure.
I feel like
that growth spurt's coming now. Voice crack.
10.5. Give me the over on the alumni game. I'm going to grow it 2 inches.
He's going to be 6'6"
Yep.
on November 27th.
Come in like Anthony Davis.
But what was I saying? What was my thought there that my voice cracked on? I forget.
I don't
I
know.
It must
forget.
have been a good one.
I
don't know what we were
completely
saying
caught
about.
up.
Oh,
putting
Gruden.
emails
You get the.
together like that.
I mean, most people are probably not thinking, "Oh, John Gruden should keep his job," but you get the people out there. This is the argument that I'm not a fan of.
Okay.
John Gruden's 50-some, I think.
Okay.
50. They're like, oh, well, maybe he's changed. He was sending these emails out over a 7-year span in his 40s.
Right.
He is what he is. And then
That's
they
not
stopped.
changing anytime soon.
They stopped when he got the job. And then you get all the former players that are coming out that, he coached in Tampa that were like, no, yeah, we could see that he would be writing these emails. Like, you know what I mean?
They might be right. Maybe he's changed. So how bad were his 20s and 30s?
Yeah. Yeah, honestly. But the email stopped. 2018. Oh, when he got a job in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I was a fan of. I liked Gruden on Monday Night Football. I think he's an entertaining dude. Those Corona commercials he used to film were good. But, yeah, he probably should lose his job. I mean, he'll be all right. He'll end up somehow.
I don't think he's ever coaching again.
He'll never coach
I don't
again.
think he's ever going to be a commentator
No, I
after
don't-
that.
right.
Not
There's
on
no
like
way.
a.
No
not
way.
No, he's going to be on like our podcast.
Yeah, there's
we-
no way
he's gonna have-
anybody's
maybe-
calling him and being like, "Hey, do you want to come work for us?" Because as soon as they see his
Oh,
face,
yeah.
the first thing they're thinking about is those emails.
But there are, and someone said, there are organizations out there that would like. I don't know how political he is, but can you not see John Gruden popping up on like Fox News for an interview like 4 years from now or something like that?
yeah,
you know what I mean?
4 years when it completely dies
Oh
down.
yeah.
but
I'm not anytime soon.
No.
Yeah, no.
He's got to completely get out of the limelight. Like people got to forget like what he did.
But so there were 600,000 emails or whatever that
And
they
here's the sad
investigated.
part: they'll forget about it by Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah, that's old news. That's not worth talking about.
Yeah, I mean, if we filmed a podcast last week, we would have talked about Urban Meyer in the Chop House, in Urban's Chop House.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
caught
Good
heat.
for him.
Good for him. Yeah.
He just went for some cheese fries
Yeah,
and a
man.
drink.
He was hungry. He was hungry.
Yeah.
And he just saw some of his friends decided to have a few brews. Like
That was his place.
Yeah.
The girl just wanted a picture taken with him.
Yeah, that stuff, that is what it is. I mean, that's a
He-
conversation him and Mrs. Urban Meyer need to, had to have. The only thing that gets me is that he did not go back to wherever on the team playing. I guess that's not something that you should do as an NFL head coach. You should probably fly with your team after a loss back to Jacksonville, and then if you want to go to your chop house, fly back down. Logistically, doesn't make any sense, but apparently it's a thing that head coaches should do.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
It's a bold move.
Let's see how it plays out.
It's a bold move. And it wasn't playing out well for Urban until John Gruden comes out, and now Urban got a win.
Well,
Urban's
he
feeling
even
good.
got like publicly criticized by his like owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Shaka Khan, I think. His
Did you
name is.
see? Good thing nobody's carrying us. We'd be cut today.
Oh God, I miss this. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. What is Shaka Khan? Is he like
Google it.
I'm going to Google it because I don't. Oh, God.
I had a good one too, and I lost it.
Oh man. That is Shaka Khan. Apparently, she is a musician.
Wait,
She is also on Spotify, much like us. So if you want to go give Shaka Khan a listen,
I felt like I was spot on with that name too.
But
Yvette Marie Stevens is Shaka Khan. She's ShakaKhan.com.
she's now a part owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. You heard it first here.
Oh man.
Minority owner.
Shad Khan is who you're looking for.
Here's what it was that I was going to come in at.
You must have been bumping Shaka Khan on your way.
I don't know what made me think of that. I was just like, this
Sounds right.
This sounds
Been there, man. Been there.
That is the title of this episode.
Shaka Khan. We're gonna, you know how we do the graphic with like, all right, me, you, Matt's head. I'm gonna put a Shaka Khan's head. Be like, yep, this is Shaka Khan.
Did you see I think it was on TikTok, something that I saw.
Big TikTok guy.
Yeah. The Jaguars trolled them even at practice.
When they broke down the huddle.
Yelled grind.
Grind on 3.
Grind on 3.
Really?
1, 2, 3, grind. Yeah.
They break the huddle. They're all like
I
dying,
like that.
laughing.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
All those guys are going, thank God it wasn't me that got those pictures.
Yeah,
Right.
right. Well,
thank,
could you?
thank God it was Coach.
Yeah. Well,
Thank God.
thinking about the Jaguars too, like Trevor Lawrence hasn't lost a game in high school, hasn't lost like a regular season game, hasn't lost a regular season in high school, hasn't lost a regular season game in college, goes to the NFL and he doesn't
Can't
get
win
his,
one.
Get
Till
his
this
first
week.
win. Yeah,
They
right.
they beat the Dolphins, though, in London.
That has to
Still completely defeated in the States.
do you think that's mentally tough
Wow,
for him?
true.
I imagine, but he seems like
Yeah.
he handles it. Like when you listen to him in like press conferences, he seems like he's got a good mindset. You know what I mean?
I haven't seen him play to really comment on like his
I feel like he's.
game this year,
I
but
feel like he's going to be as advertised. I think he's getting better. I watched the London game. Like he looks. I wouldn't be surprised if they take like an almost like a Charger step next year.
You're right. Okay.
Really?
So, again, let's
Granted, if they fire, they got to
What
fire
was
Urban.
that?
That was a that was
I
a
don't know,
burp.
puberty.
No, that was a burp this time. Puberty the first time, burp that time. They got to fire Urban. Urban can't be the coach of this team. He can't coach NFL.
I don't.
Like, it just doesn't seem
I
like he
don't
could
see it.
coach.
No, hold on. He went to the Jaguars.
Okay.
Okay. So, again, go back. Trevor Lawrence, best quarterback, number 1 pick. What's he doing for the Jaguars?
I still got to build.
Right.
Yeah. I just don't think. I don't think Urban understands how the NFL works.
Oh, he does. Did you see him on?
He's doing his job.
He missed his flight.
He's doing his job.
He's doing it.
Right.
Not well.
Hey man.
So, okay.
he's
So
getting
here,
his.
I'm gonna. You want to be the future GM of an NFL team, right? That was one
Yeah,
of our
that was one of our-
trending topics
Do you
throughout.
still see that happening?
I could do a good job.
You could
I
do
think.
it.
Yeah.
You could do it.
Yeah.
Crunching the numbers and everything.
He's trying to see, but the kitchen counter's in the way. But anyway,
That hurt. Go ahead. Bud.
so
I'm gonna get that
So
surgery where they can make it grow a couple, where they can give you 4 inches, like a titanium rod in your. Yeah, I'm getting the femur lengthening surgery.
they. Oh, okay. Is that where you're going?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
All right, continue your
when they
thought.
send the medicine in a brown bag to the
No,
house.
continue your thought.
So why is why is Urban not a good NFL coach, but has done what he's done at the college level? Answer that for me.
Okay, why he
So
did
now
what
he's a
he
bad,
did?
Now
Why?
he's a
why?
bad coach.
Okay. So there are – I'm not saying he's like a terrible coach, because obviously you could be a great recruiter and not be a good coach. Penn State fans, I feel like, can attest to that, because all I hear is about how great of a recruiter James Franklin is, and then my Penn State Facebook friends tell me what kind of bonehead decisions he makes in big moments. So Urban Meyer was a very good recruiter and a good enough football coach to win a couple national championships, right?
Okay.
Anything you listen to, it's just different, the NFL, right? Like when you're in, you probably know from Indiana, maybe, I don't know how it is with basketball, but like you're the community, like it's almost like he's the king of Columbus, Urban Meyer, king of Columbus. You're not the king of Jacksonville, right? They were saying in college, like Urban's wife was real hands-on. I guess that's a thing, and like boosters and recruiting and raising money and stuff like that. Like that doesn't happen in the NFL. He's not an NFL guy. Granted, like what's his name, Nick Saban. Only
Right.
made it 2 years, but I think Nick Saban could have been a good. Like Nick Saban had the Dolphins at 8-8 before he left. Like Nick Saban's just Urban Meyer's not
Wow,
that.
look at you dropping
guy.
records.
So
that
so
was a-
give me the difference between Nick Saban and Urban Meyer then.
I think you think Nick Saban actually has like a football mind other than Urban Meyer.
I think.
Like
In my-
tactically.
And personally, that's
I
what I
mean,
got from what he's saying.
Yeah,
That's what I got from what
Yes.
you're saying.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, he could recruit, but
He's
also,
out scheming you.
but look at what he's done. His first 3 national championships at Alabama. Like, can you name any of the quarterbacks? like where they were defense. We're going to kill you with defense. And we're going to
run
have
it down
Blake
your
Sims, who's going to be like, okay, not going to
Right.
be one of the best.
play action.
And then,
just run
we're
it down
going
your throat.
we're gonna really move into the offense, and now we get Tua, and we have Jalen Hurts slinging it. Now we have Bryce Young. Like
I don't see it with
he-
Tua.
he can. I think he played pretty well, but I'm saying
I don't see it with
in the
Tua.
college rank,
I
like
don't see it with Jalen Hurts either. But go ahead.
as a Florida fan,
Fly, Eagles, fly.
yeah, Jalen Hurts stinks, huh?
Oh God.
You guys both like so.
Thanks for Carson Wentz. by the
Yeah,
way.
he's doing better.
Hey,
I
keep
guess.
playing. That's all I want him to do is keep playing. Then we
Get
get
that pick?
draft- Yeah, we get that pick.
And you'll blow it on another quarterback.
Oh, we'll do something stupid. But there's no quarterback. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll
this
get into
quarterback class stinks. But with Urban Meyer, at Florida, as a Florida fan, love it. All right, 2 national championships. How many of those players, disciplinary reasons, were getting swept under the rug? In hindsight, 10 years later.
that. He had an ex-murderer on his team.
Yeah, so like
yeah,
Urban,
but he had Tebow, so it worked out.
Yeah.
It evened out.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
but like it's
but-
not
but
like
then-
he didn't know he was
but
gang
then
affiliated when he was
when-
with the team and everything. Like that wasn't going on.
But when Tebow left, right, and this is my gripe with Urban. I like Urban Meyer.
Yeah, it sounds it.
Big fan of him when he was winning us national championships. But okay, Tebow leaves, has 3 pitiful years, and then I think I'm getting chest pains, and is gone for 3 months before he signs with Urban. Or no, not chest pains. Maybe that was when his
Wasn't it
whatever he had
migraines?
going on. Yeah, migraines. He had fluid leaking in his brain. I can't coach anymore because I might die. And then
Then he came
3
back to
months
Ohio
later,
State.
Ohio State, you want me? Like
Well, first Penn State, but then Penn State had that whole scandal, and then Ohio State.
he was going to go to Penn State.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. But I just don't think he's fit for NFL. I don't think he could be a leader of men. I think he could be a leader of college-age kids.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay?
Yep, thanks.
What are your thoughts? Because I feel like you don't agree with me at all.
No. I wasn't. I don't
just think he
necessarily
wanted
disagree. with you. I just wanted to see
For
what
your
your
point of view.
yeah. Articulate your point. That's all.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. What do you got? What else? What's next on the Hooper agenda?
It's not on the agenda, but you before we did the NFL season started, you were talking about, or even when the draft, you were talking about the rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Why you'd pay for one?
Uh-huh.
It seems like a pretty good take right now because none of the rookie quarterbacks look super. Trevor probably, actually, Mac Jones probably looks the best.
Right, but why?
Mac
But
Jones.
why?
I think it's Bill.
Well, it's they're not
But
allowing
I think
him
it's
to
the
do.
Nick. I think it's the Nick Saban, Bill Belichick effect. Like they.
I mean, he's not asked to do too much. Like I think they handcuff him a little bit too much. They don't let him push it down the field. But like that's not what Bill
But I
Belichick's
think
like. We're
he-
going to try to play defense, and
But
you
I think he
don't make
understands
mistakes.
his reads. Like he doesn't have to push. The
Oh
ball.
yeah,
Like,
smart. Definitely a good football processor. Good
why
mind.
do you think so?
Because he's in a situation that he's surrounded by enough areas that can support him for his deficiencies. And right now the game is going 1,000 miles an hour for him.
Right.
So he's trying to process all that, and he's not going to get to the point until he grows and gets enough experience for the game to slow down.
That he can take those shots or
That he
take
can
those
start
little-
doing
yeah.
that kind of, being. He's not going to be a renegade like Aaron Rodgers is going to be,
But
But the Patriots are built around that to be solid and put a guy in that position where you got Trevor Lawrence, who's the best guy coming out.
you're throwing him
and-
right in the fire.
Right. Where's
Like
his
Mac,
running
but-
game? What are they doing defensively? They're
my biggest
they're
thing
1
is,
and
like,
5 for a reason.
But you look at like Aaron Rodgers, you look at Patrick Mahomes, you look at even who else used to sit the bench. Like all these guys had time behind people to kind of watch, develop, understand how NFL defensive work. Like you don't see that anymore with these guys. Like you just get them thrown right into
You
the
gotta
fire.
play.
And now
Yeah.
it's either you're gonna produce or we're gonna find somebody else that does produce.
Right. You need to find the 5 guys up front. If you don't have the 5 guys up front, it doesn't matter who your quarterback is.
Right.
And that's a good point because last year, the rookie like Justin Herbert had a phenomenal rookie season.
Right.
They really built that line because they were trying to get Tom Brady to come there last year. They thought they were going to get Tom Brady. So they had a good line, and they made it better. I mean, I think
Herbert
Justin
looks
Herbert's
like a
really
stud right now.
I think he's really good.
I
And
don't
I think that kind of like plays into it. You get a guy like Justin Herbert who plays right away and has success. You get a guy like Josh Allen who didn't have success.
Lamar Jackson.
They overhauled the offense. Like he looks
He looks like an MVP again this year.
yeah.
But like you go back and you try to You think about what a quarterback, he's got a 3-step drop, 5-step drop, whatever it is.
I
Right?
know the protection, what everybody's doing, all the routes, all the checks.
Yes. So you got one eye on the pass rush. Is the blitz being picked up? Who's coming? Where is it coming from?
Right.
You're trying to process that. Then you're trying to look with the other eye downfield. What kind of NFL coverage am I getting thrown at me
What
right
are they
now?
trying to look like? What
Disguising.
yeah, right.
Where's my read? Where's this? And how do you ask a kid to come out of college and get thrown into a situation where the defensive tackle is probably as fast as what the kid's used to being as a safety
Right.
in college?
Yeah, and you get a guy like Zach Wilson who played at BYU. He's playing in the Mountain West. Like
Right,
so, how
right.
many like
Yeah,
supreme?
he's not right. He's not seeing the guys that
He's not
Trevor
seeing this
Lawrence saw
speed.
and what Mac Jones saw in the SEC.
Yeah,
Right. Look at how he's
And
doing,
you're-
right.
And you're going to the Jets.
and you're
Right.
going to the Jets, who
Right.
you look at the
You
last
are
couple.
set up to fail.
Like
Right.
Sam Darnold looks much better in Carolina.
Yeah.
Granted, this week
Right.
This
He
week
does.
when they put that game on TV, because I'm looking at it, I go, geez, Sam Darnold really stinks. His first pass was an interception. He was like 6-9. You
No.
put the game on TV, their offensive line is pitiful. It's pretty
Yeah.
much like he's making throws with guys hanging all on him, like in his face. But I watched they put that game on in 6 passes. He had 3 drops.
Right.
Like, how do you like? What do you want this guy to
You
do?
can't help him, right.
And then even before that, Geno Smith, like. He's in his limited time here in Seattle. Like
they had a
he
chance to
doesn't
win
look.
that game.
He doesn't look
They had
bad.
a chance to win that game.
Yeah.
Grasso was out at that game.
Was he?
Yeah.
How pissed
He
would
made
he
his-
have been if they did not come home?
Yeah,
I
if
wish I
Geno
had a
Smith-
GoPro
if
on
Geno
him.
Smith had actually won that game for Seattle.
I was rooting
He might
against
have never came
Geno
home.
just because. So I had a parlay of just like money line games. It wasn't a big one. It was like plus 600. Needed the Seahawks to win. I think I took the Raiders and someone else and them. They were up 14-0. I was feeling good. And then when it got tied up, I'm like, they're gonna lose this game, and I'm gonna lose my mind because I'm not gonna win my parlay. But they held on. I got my parlay.
You wanna hear a funny story about parlay?
Sure.
I'll keep the kid nameless, but I'm up at the school the other day. I'm walking down the track to go fiddle around with the scoreboard.
Good old scoreboard.
And I hear somebody, kids say, yeah, and I cashed out my $60 and da-da-da-da-da, right? And I'm going, I turn around, I go, what are you cashing out $60 where? He's like, oh, I hit my parlay on the whatever game. I'm going, all right, I'm going to go. I'm just going to keep it. I got to go.
I gotta leave.
I don't remember. Don't you need to like send a picture of a license to FanDuel like when you sign up?
Well, you have to be 18.
Yeah.
This kid, I would have.
I thought it was 20. No, it's 18
No,
to
it's
gamble.
18
Oh,
to
okay.
gamble.
All
Yeah.
right.
And he's in a class that
A gambling class.
would likely
Is Halkowski teaching it? I feel like that's it's,
Talking all about
no.
the
He's
numbers.
he's in a grade that would potentially make him an 18-year-old. So
okay. So this is illegal.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you? We were talking about Lamar Jackson. I want to ask you about some teams. I don't know how much NFL you've been watching outside of the Eagles.
I've been trying to watch everything.
I've not
but the
gambled
Okay.
on one game, by the way,
Proud
this
of
football
you.
season.
Way to go.
The Ravens. What do you think?
I give a lot of credit to Lamar. They're missing their 3 backs. Aren't they missing like a bunch of linemen? They're missing their top.
I think they're getting their line. I think they got their linemen back. I know they had Villanueva. I think came back this past week, but Marcus Peters was out.
Marcus Peters was out. I just gotta. I mean, there's been a bunch of injuries, and you always hear it in the NFL, like next man up, like no excuses, like we got to go play this game. I give a lot of credit to Lamar. Like every year, you always hear like you can't run, you gotta make him throw the ball. And this year, he has the most yards per attempted completion wise.
Dude, he could throw the ball.
And he's throwing the ball really well. And I guess that I was watching the one game, and they were saying like during the offseason, they worked on him like standing, like getting his feet a little bit closer and standing up more. Like he was too hunched over. That kind of helped his whole throwing motion.
You hear the people that say he doesn't have like an arm. Like he throws it on a line with like a flick of the wrist.
Well,
like his
Hollywood,
arm
I
is
think-
strong.
And I think having Hollywood Brown kind of opened things up for them.
He's been dropping a lot of passes.
Could I ask you two a question?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, because when we were talking, I told you I can't. I barely chime in on this stuff.
Yeah.
Where in the hell do you get your information that you guys can sit here and talk that much detail about the NFL?
I don't know.
Like, what do you do during the week? Give me a rundown of your week where you're getting, because sounds like you have 7 TVs in your basement.
No.
You got every game.
I
You're breaking
wish.
down
I
film.
wish. I wish.
Football.
Fantasy's a good point, but so I will talk about the games after. Put them on the Choop Sports YouTube channel. That's the thing.
You driving in the car talking?
What do you
No,
watch?
no,
What
no,
do you
no.
watch, NFL Red Zone?
No, just the games that are pretty much the ones that are on TV. So it helps me when we get the good ones. But the Ravens fans are really getting on me because right they played on
Could you blame them?
They played on Monday night, right, against the Colts.
Yes.
Game the Colts probably should have won.
Oh, don't get me started.
Okay. Carson Wentz threw for 400.
He threw for 400?
He threw for 400.
Wow.
But and then they played this week, right? And I mean, the videos that I do, right? Lamar runs and if he could get to the sideline, he gets out of bounds, but he gets tackled, and he'll fight for 2 yards in weird spots, and it doesn't look like he's getting hit hard.
He never gets hit.
He gets hit, he gets tackled,
But
right?
he
More
doesn't
than
get smoked.
but
It's always
but I'm
to the side.
But I'm saying what I always say it I don't care what it is. If you have the opportunity to slide, I would like to see Lamar slide.
Middleton fouled him 3 times.
He's complaining about that last one where he came across his arm.
He finally called it.
Unbelievable.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean? If there's an opportunity to slide, why? What's the point of getting tackled? Fighting for 2 yards in a Week 5 regular season game that doesn't matter. All it takes is one shot, and I love watching Lamar play. And granted, if he goes down, if he gets hurt,
but I think
they're
it's
done.
more of a pride thing and that team mentality.
Oh, I know, and I love the competitiveness. But,
Okay, you guys are back to doing the same damn thing, and you didn't answer my damn question. Do you have 7 TVs in the basement?
No.
The Ravens have been on TV, pal.
Yeah, but listen, I know you. You're not. What?
When do you watch TV?
You aren't
Football games. That's
you
it.
aren't
Sunday.
Tony Romo.
You aren't Tony.
What?
You're
I'll
not
tell
Tony
you what,
Romo.
He breaks down a great game.
You're not Boomer Esiason.
What?
You don't get paid to go watch football. Is what
Are you
he's
just
saying.
spitting out? Do you listen to? Do you have ESPN Sports Center on loop or NFL Live on loop?
I don't watch them.
Are you listening to talk shows? What do you? Where are you
No,
getting?
so I like so my go-to.
You're just
is
spitting out
podcast.
whatever anybody says on a talk show.
Yeah.
All right.
Stephen A.
That sounds-
Smith. That's where he's
I
getting
know.
his information.
What I know is it's not your original thought. So that's
So-
all I'm asking is where you're
I
getting your
sound
information.
good too.
I like
you do, yeah. Hollywood Brown. He's like, yeah, okay.
I like listening to
Okay.
I like listening to Chris Sims. He breaks down good film.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Chris Sims. But no, I mean I have eyes. I could tell that Hollywood Brown drops passes a bunch of.
Yeah, but here's what I'm saying. You make it sound like you've watched every snap of every Ravens game. I don't
I
even
have
know
not.
if the guy plays for the
I've watched,
Ravens.
2 or 3 games. I can talk a little crap about
All right, you know Lamar Jackson plays for the Ravens.
I didn't say Lamar Jackson,
All right.
Hooper.
All right.
How do you feel about the Cardinals?
Love him.
See,
Love
this is what
him.
I'm talking about. They're in Arizona.
Love 'em.
There. You happy? That's what I could give you.
I know they got my boy Zach Ertz.
They do.
Kyler
How'd
Murray.
you feel about that trade? Big Ertz.
It hurt. It hurt. He was somebody I love to watch. He was part of the Super Bowl team.
I heard the Eagles gave up or got nothing for him too, huh?
They got a corner I've never heard about and a 6th-round draft pick.
Tom Brady.
So
yeah.
what? The Patriots got a 6th-round draft pick when they traded Stephon Gilmore,
Wow.
who was the Defensive Player of the Year 2 years ago. So,
Huh.
but no, Arizona. I like their weapons. Adrian Green's starting to kind of play.
I just like that they made a bunch of moves and it's working out for them.
D Hop. I
AJ
like Rondale Moore, the rookie from Purdue. Not a fan of Rondale Moore.
No, here's the problem. I am, and he's from Purdue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know Rondale Moore because he's from Purdue, play Indiana.
They're the worst. I don't know what's worse, when I like a guy from Kentucky or when I like a guy from Purdue.
What do you like about Rondale Moore? If you didn't go to Purdue, you don't go there anymore.
I didn't go to Purdue. I'm
If
gonna
he
kill.
didn't-
He is dead.
if he
all right.
didn't go to Purdue.
No, you said you.
No, you did say you first.
I
Go
almost saw
ahead.
red and drowned you in my pool.
I've never seen your head turn so quick.
Okay.
in my
So-
life.
So what do you like about Rondale Moore? From watching him against Indiana, yeah.
No, he's just a great athlete. Seems like a great kid. He's a guy you want on your team. Entertaining to watch. And, plays hard, can do a bunch of different things for you on the field. He's just and he's one of those guys. He went to Purdue, but why didn't he get? Where was he in the recruiting circle? You know, all the experts on 4 or 5 star throwing stars at kids. Where was Rondell Moore? You know, I like that. His story is what I like.
What's his story? Just Purdue NFL?
No.
Like, does he have an actual story?
Being an underdog.
Okay.
Coming through, he obviously was not on the radar of major Division I programs coming out of high school, and he's one of the best athletes in the game.
I like him. His combine numbers, man. Like, he jumped. I think he did a 42.
Knew was coming back to combine.
42.5-inch vertical. The kid's like 5'8".
So
Right.
if you're a GM, you looking at those numbers?
Uh,
Are those playing a part in your decision making?
now, yes.
Really?
A kid who could jump 42 inches? I think he ran like a 4.2 as well.
Yeah, I get that.
So, but
like,
he's like 5'8", 170 pounds. So pre-Tyreek Hill, you're probably not. He's probably not really. Post Tyreek Hill, you're like
no. This is where we disagree. It's like my whole thing is like, tape don't lie. Like, you can run like a good 40, you can do a great like jump, you can do the bench press, have outstanding numbers. But if I put on the film and you're not producing, why do I want you?
I don't. You want me to look to see if Rondell
No,
Moore
I'm just-
produced in college? Because I don't know. I have no idea.
that's-
Oh, he did. Trust me.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
But that's again why I'm saying I like the kid.
Yeah,
I
so I'm
watched him
saying
play at Purdue.
so yeah, if you have a kid that say he had 1,200
he was high
receiving
school
yards,
teammates with Romeo Langford.
I'm sure there's a lot of guys that have great numbers on the combine, have been good in the league, but didn't produce in college. I'm sure that's happened. But my personal preference is I want to see guys produce on the field before I take them in a draft.
Okay, so so you have a guy that has good film, maybe a little undersized, but an athletic freak. Like, yeah, you got it. There have been plenty of guys. Ted Ginn, off the charts athletically, probably tested. Like, what did he do at Ohio State? Darius Hayward Bay is probably the biggest example of it.
Right.
He had like 1,000. Like, I think the year he left, he had 600 receiving yards, and the Dolphins or the Raiders took him like 10th overall.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
so, okay, he ran a 4.2, but they took him, but he obviously couldn't put anything on tape if he only had 600 yards.
Right.
Probably shouldn't be a first-round pick. And he didn't. He had a long career. He wasn't a first-round. He didn't produce first-round numbers, but how do you feel about Baker? How do you feel about Baker being like, my shoulders.
Outstanding commercials.
My okay,
does.
I love his commercials. Yes,
He can put on a show.
so we all agree on that.
Yes.
Quarterback-wise for the Cleveland Browns,
Not sure.
I wouldn't put. I don't know. I don't put the trust in him still. I can't.
I mean, I kind of like the competitive, like, he's sitting there in the post game in a sling. Oh, you gonna play next week? Yeah, I think I'm gonna be ready to play.
Oh, he's a tough kid.
No, give him
I
that,
give him
but
that.
I just don't. I think he is too, and I love that about him. I like that about Stafford too, because he's kind of the same way. But I just don't think he's good. Like, I don't think he's going to be looking for and good subjective based on the pay that you're looking to get. He's looking to get like 40 mil, 35 million being paid as one of the top, and they're going to have to make a decision on him. Right now, would you pay Baker Mayfield $35 million a year if you're the Browns?
Yes. What's better out there?
I agree. I was just going to say that. Who's taking his job?
Right. You know what you have with Baker. I don't know what these other guys can do. Like, who's going to be a free agent?
But do you?
Yes, I do. Even though I don't think
So what do you know about Baker? Like, what are your assessments on Baker?
he's a little undersized, but he can throw a decent ball when he has the time. I mean, he makes decent reads. I wouldn't say he makes great reads.
He can play in the NFL.
Yeah.
So here's my thing on Baker. I feel like he needs to be perfect situation. So 2 running backs. So we're going to see how he fares this week because they're not going to have Chubb or Kareem Hunt. He didn't look good without Chubb.
That's my whole point. Like, he needs a running game to be.
But so he needs a lot around him. So if you're paying
They
him
all
$35
do.
million,
But you're the guy that's saying you're going to pay. You're going to spend all your money on a first-round draft pick on a quarterback.
they don't make as much money as they once did.
Okay.
They don't.
Right.
Okay.
I get that.
I'd rather pay.
So you're telling me you'd rather pay. How much is a first-round quarterback for the first pick? What's Lawrence making?
I don't know. Probably his total contract is probably $30 million.
Okay, but you're saying
He probably makes
Baker wants to make 30, 40 a year.
Yeah.
So Lawrence is making how many millions of dollars right now?
Lawrence probably can't be making more than 10 or 12 during his rookie contract.
Right. Okay, so he's making 12 this year.
Probably.
You'd rather pay Lawrence 12 than Baker 30.
For the next 5 years? If you're giving me Baker or Trevor, like, who do I think I could win a Super Bowl with? Give me Trevor. Yeah. Trevor at 12, Baker at 35, 4 years. Who's getting me a Super Bowl?
Same team?
Yes. Same team. Who's getting me a Super Bowl? Trevor.
Okay. All right.
I'm just.
Hey man, talk your shit.
I'm just saying.
Talk your shit.
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna see. I honest to God, I don't think if they need to throw Case Keenum out there this week, it's gonna be a little different. And Case Keenum's gonna look bad because they're not gonna. Again,
So
they're
do you
not gonna
think-
have.
Wait. Who? Case Keenum is a backup for Baker.
Yes.
So when Case Keenum gets into the game, there's no drop off.
If Case Keenum had
How much money is Case Keenum making?
More than Baker.
probably like 800. Case Keenum's probably making like $4 million.
No way.
Yeah, that's a backup.
Dude, I feel like he's making some
okay.
money.
So, and here's the thing. Here's going to be the narrative. The Cleveland Browns are going to look bad. Not going to have Nick Chubb. Not going to have Kareem Hunt. Don't know who their third running back is. Definitely not as good as those two. So, like, and he's obviously still not going to have Jarvis, and I don't think Odell's going to play. That Donovan Peoples-Jones kid is really good, though.
I
Kid
do
that
like
caught
him.
that- yeah, the
Yeah.
kid that- but, like, so Case Keenum's literally going out there with a depleted team. He's going to look like shit. They're going to be like, see, you need Baker. Like, give him
So-
Kareem Hunt and Chubb. I don't think there's that much of a drop-off.
Okay.
Just me.
Okay.
Future NFL GM.
yeah,
Potentially.
yeah, definitely.
So how do you feel about Kyler then?
I love Kyler.
Super Bowl quarterback Kyler?
Yes.
30, 40 mil a year.
Yep.
Do you think they have a shot at the Super Bowl? I mean,
This
they
year?
are 5-0, but do you think they make it to the Super Bowl right now? Would you put the Arizona Cardinals in your Super Bowl? Do they beat Tampa Bay?
I think they could, but I'm just – that wouldn't be more of like a Kyler thing. That would be
A team thing?
a Cliff Kingsbury thing. Like, I don't know if he's that good. Like, yet. I think I would need to see him in the playoffs and
you have the
see how he
offense. You're putting almost 30 points up a game.
Yeah, but again, all the little things like time management and stuff like that I think just Bruce Arians is probably a little better at. So if you put them, you know what I mean? I think that would be a coaching thing more than anything else, if you're asking.
Okay. I am asking.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering.
You're welcome.
Nice. What's next? What do you got?
Tom goes, nice.
Nice.
So we have we're obviously watching NBA.
Yep.
I have a chooping it up trivia question for you.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Opening night, there are two games.
Okay.
The one we're currently watching during this stream, Brooklyn Nets, Milwaukee Bucks, and the Golden State Warriors, LA Lakers.
All right.
Mhm.
There are.
Is Clay playing?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think so.
He's not coming back until like January, February.
Oh, wow. Right. God, there are what?
There are obviously multiple guys playing that have won MVP awards.
Uh-huh.
How many combined MVP awards, regular season MVP awards, are playing in the two games? Not like guy, like how many times?
So
How many
Altogether, yeah,
former
yeah.
MVP like?
If LeBron won 6 and
Yeah,
KD won 4, there's
yes,
10 of them,
yes,
right?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Wow.
You're lucky I remember that the Bucks won the finals.
Yeah.
It's true.
So you got Giannis that had one. You had KD that had one. Russ had one. Steph has 2, I think.
Harden has to have.
Harden definitely has one. I don't know. I'm going to throw out a number. 16.
Wow. Is this closest without going over?
Could be if you want.
Price is Right rule,
Yeah,
17?
can we
We
go
going-
that? Yeah.
Can't go
Can we-
over.
can we go that?
$1, please. One.
No,
No, let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Closest to the number, so you
I'm going to go,
sticking with
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
closest.
19.
Closest to the number.
19.
That's
Yeah.
a long.
There's
that's
only
a-
4 teams playing.
Yeah.
All right. I thought you were I thought you were gonna get it when you started counting them off because you were
pretty close.
you were on a good.
Yeah.
No, you were over by because you had the MVPs and minus LeBron, and then you went 16,
What is it, like 11, 10?
10.
Yeah.
10. Wow.
LeBron 4.
Yeah.
Russ 1 or Steph 2.
Yeah.
Russ 1.
James, KD,
James 1. KD 1. Giannis 1.
Giannis. Okay.
How'd you come up with that?
He definitely saw it.
No, I was in the field house, and I'm like, there's a lot of good players. So I'm like, that'll be the chooping it up trivia question today.
So you looked it up yourself, like how many MVPs each one of these guys won?
Yes, I did not.
You verified your sources, everything?
Sports reference on the internet. So is that a verification?
Sure.
No,
you got it. More work than I would have put into it.
Yeah. I thought you might have saw this on like ESPN or something. I would have.
While he was getting all his Ravens information.
Nope.
I'm going to talk about the Chiefs today.
So, how you feel about the Sixers there, Matt? I didn't ask you about the Eagles because I couldn't do it to you twice. Couldn't ask you about both Philly teams, so I figured I would just go with the sport that you could still look forward to.
I'm done with Ben. Like, I'm so done with that man.
Dude, did you see the video of him yesterday, like, practicing the big deal?
Okay, I won't take, like, a video out of practice because you don't know, like, what's going on. Like, I'd rather see the full practice because
the fact
you
that
see
he
a
wasn't,
lot of that stuff. Like, they'll show just a clip of practice where, like, this guy's doing this, but it's not
I'm saying
the full
just
story.
the thing that struck me right out of the gate is you see everyone else in their practice shorts.
Did you see Connaughton split that?
Yeah, that was unbelievable. But, like, you just see him in, like, sweatpants and, like, his practice jersey and everything. Like, you don't want – like,
he had a hoodie on. He had a hoodie that he could to sleep. Like, that's –
But I don't know. Like, if this guy wants to get a trade, he wants to get out of Philly. Like, he wants to do all of this, but he's putting out this act. Like, what team wants to go and get him now at this point? Like, you can be so good, but at a certain point, like, your character is going to speak a lot louder than you're playing.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's kind of happening to him. I'd love to know who's in his corner, kind of telling him, hey, man, you're making these great decisions. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Because
he's with
now,
LeBron's guy, right? Isn't that his agent, Rich Paul?
I don't know if, like, that he's in his inner circle, though. Like, the guy that, like, you know what I mean? Like, LeBron and Rich Paul, like, grew up together. Like,
This ain't shit LeBron pulling.
Yeah, like, but exactly, that's my whole point. Like, who's in his, like, inner circle that's really, like, in his ear telling him, like, we're making good moves right now. You don't need to worry about anything. And then I love the comment Embiid comes out after that. He's like, I'm only worried about the people that want to be here and make this team better. Like, that's all I care about right now.
I liked, what was it, like 2 weeks ago when he's like, I don't know what he's talking about. We got rid of Jimmy because he didn't fit with Ben. Like, we got these are all the guys we got to fit around him.
Embiid and Jimmy Butler were boys too.
Yeah.
Like, they were very close. And I think if they get rid of Ben and they can kind of put the team around Embiid, you're going to see a much different result because all the teams have been kind of built around Ben.
Yeah. So if they get him, like, what do you think?
At this point, what are they getting for him?
No. Like, so I can't imagine anything good. So I'm not even gonna say that they'd get a player for him, but like, the team without Ben, what do you think about them? Like, just Embiid and a bunch of role guys. Embiid, Tobias, and
It's like Embiid, Tobias. Like, the starting five will be Embiid, Tobias.
yeah. How you feel?
Not good. I think you still need another superstar to go. I don't like
Playoffs.
We'll be a playoff team because there's not that many other teams in the East the East is
Well,
getting
they were
better.
the 1 seed last year, right? No? Wasn't that
Yeah, they were the 1 seed, yeah. But, I mean, I don't see them being like a top 5 East team. I still think they make it. I mean, they lost to the Hawks, so you're not really going much better from there. I mean, the Knicks did too, but the Knicks are the Knicks. I'm not really worried about them. So, if anything, I'd really love to see them go and get Dame Lillard or Bradley Beal. That's what I really want and hope for, but I don't see either of them leaving either of those cities anytime soon.
I mean, well, the team we're watching currently has a guy that they have an issue with, the Brooklyn Nets. Wouldn't it just make sense to just,
I mean,
we'll take your
listen,
problem, you take ours?
Before Tom goes on his spiel, you go on your spiel. My whole thing is I'm not going to tell you if you need to get the vaccine, if you need to be vaccinated, you don't need to be vaccinated. I'm not going to tell you that. I don't think you should be forced into it. I get it. But you're making $80 million a year.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, your kids are kind of set up for the rest of their lives with the amount of money you're making. Just, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? That's my whole perspective. Like, you're in a lot better situation than a lot of people.
Yeah, my thing with that too. I'm with you. Like, should he have to get it? Nope. If you want to be an NBA basketball player for the Brooklyn Nets
and get a paycheck and the money, right?
It's the same thing. Like when this, all started. Like, you go to the grocery store. Like, oh, you must wear a mask to enter, and you get the people like, oh, like this is BS. I shouldn't have to wear a mask. No, you don't have to wear a mask anywhere else. But if you want to come to this particular grocery store, we are saying that we need you to wear a mask. Like, you don't have to wear it anywhere. We don't care what you do when you're not in this grocery store. Like, it's all right. Same thing here. It's
the NBA's, 20 minutes it takes you to go get your milk bread.
It's the Brooklyn Nets, whatever, the city of Brooklyn or the state of New York's like, this is what we're going with. So if you want to be a basketball player, and Kyrie didn't make it easy, saying that, like, I don't want to get traded. If I get traded, I'm going to retire. That's what the reports are. So it's almost like you're trying to say, like, no, I'm only playing for Brooklyn, but I'm not going to do what I need to do.
Andrew Wiggins, and he went and got vaccinated.
Yes, he did.
Tommy boy, what are your thoughts?
Me, I give Kyrie some credit because you're not falling into the trap of cash kind of changing your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what on the other hand, he thinks the world's flat.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. I was about to get you a tinfoil hat just like him, dude.
No. But I'm saying here's where I'm at with this.
I can support him and stand in his ground. I get
correct.
But
if you don't want the vaccine, Matt, you do.
Let's agree to disagree.
No, you're right. Fine. And I'm good with both of you.
Right.
But don't back down on what your stance is.
Right, yeah.
And right now, Kyrie's not backing down on his stance, so I give him.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it.
Give him credit.
And because he's not saying like, no, this is BS, or he's not saying what the Nets are doing or BS. I'll have a problem with him the moment he starts like chirping about the Nets organization.
Right.
But, like, you don't have to do anything. If your stance is, I'm not going to get vaccinated, I don't feel comfortable, great. Making that decision right now, you can't play basketball in the state of New York. You can't be indoors. So, understand that, making your ground. Like, as long as you understand that and don't be like, all right, I should be able to do both. No, this isn't. You want your
correct.
So as long as he's not, and I don't think he has. I don't think he's buried the state of New York or whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and that goes back. Like, okay, if that's what the rules are, then you have a choice to follow the rules and work and make your $80 million, or don't.
And don't get that paycheck, right?
If you could find a job that's going to pay $80 million.
That was an awful shot. Was that Giannis?
And not be vaccinated and follow your beliefs, then go do that.
Right.
Now, again, where's he going to go get $80 million? Other than dribbling a basketball, I don't know. But that's my thing. Is just whatever, whatever your stance is, take your stance.
I agree.
And I'm not saying you can't change your mind if more information comes up, or you
start seeing results of or more studies on it, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like Matt said, Andrew Wiggins was, I don't want to get it. Oh, I'm not going to be able to play. Like, yeah, I kind of want my money. Like, he wasn't as dug in. Like, I don't know what's going to happen to me 5 years, but I'll take the shot to play basketball because I love basketball and I want to make my $35 million that I'm going to make this year. Like, so he wasn't as dug in.
I don't think I see him getting able to get the money he's getting right now in the next 5 years.
It's very true.
Right. So in his situation, I feel like he sold himself out for cash.
Right. I get what you're saying. Yeah, right. Absolutely.
So obviously all your New York Knicks guys are vaccinated, right? Is that a
100%,
Brooklyn thing? So
100%.
how you feeling coming into the season? They have a big game tomorrow. Who are they playing?
The Celtics.
Celtics, all right.
But I'm going to tell you the same thing I told you last year. It's the Knicks.
But I'll tell you what, I saw one of the funniest comments on Twitter when Derrick Rose got engaged at Madison Square Garden. I saw a bunch of comments saying this is the only time you're ever going to see a ring ceremony at Madison Square Garden.
They're probably not wrong.
I was like, oh, this is a good one.
You're probably not wrong. I'm interested to see Kemba.
How he fits in?
Yeah. Yeah. To me,
I forgot they got Kemba.
To me, for a long time, that's what the Knicks have been missing is a starting
point guard
that could play the game. Now, he's had his issues. He's been banged up. But
that's my biggest thing.
He's
going to be healthy.
Right.
he didn't really produce, but he wasn't really on the court for Boston, so he couldn't produce.
Right. He's not that top tier kid.
He did have a top tier like couple seasons though with Charlotte,
Right.
like, and that's what got him his money. But
Yep.
I don't think he's that anymore. But I don't think he needs to with Julius there right now too.
Right.
He needs to be a Robin. He needs to be a Robin.
Yeah, but he's a heck of a lot better than any point guard they've had there in a long time.
You can take Derek out of the one now, move him to the shooting
Right,
guard.
in and out. But he's your bench point guard. He's your guy to
Right.
come off the bench. So now you have Kemba and Derrick Rose. This
Split your
Kemba can take the majority of the minutes.
Yeah, right.
What's his name? Still, maybe he's playing better. He still finishes a game for you.
Payton.
Where's my guy?
No.
Where's my guy RJ and all this?
But RJ's going to be there.
He's a solid player.
Yeah,
he's not
yeah.
standing
He's-
out, but I
gonna
would
start.
want him on my team.
But again, here the addition of Kemba is going to take a lot of pressure off of him.
His biggest thing is, like
And-
I always see, is he doesn't have a right hand still.
Right. He doesn't have a
Tough.
right hand. He's not overpowering. He's not strong enough to play.
That's
He's
where
not,
he can
yeah,
dominate
he's not
you.
super
He-
explosive. He's
he
just
is-
finesse.
He
This kid is
is.
shooting the
Yeah.
crap out of the ball.
They put. He's from Louisville. They put RJ is kind of the example of the first round quarterback.
Mm.
Like you're putting him in, and you put him with the Knicks.
Right.
It's like you're
Setting him
sending
up for
Zach
failure.
Wilson to the Jets. But right now, as he's gotten, look at Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox isn't even going to get a contract next year.
Yeah, he's
He's
got.
not even going to get his qualifying offer. But when he came in, he's a 19-year-old kid. He's going to save the Knicks. No, it's not happening. So RJ came in. Luckily, Julius had a year like he had.
Good thing for him is that you had Tibbs there though, that kind of built that
Right.
team.
You finally got somebody in the head coaching chair that,
This is going to be his third year, right, Barrett?
yeah. And now you add the piece of Kemba.
They're still
I
the
think-
most valuable team in the league right now
Yes.
too. Which I mean, I get
Yeah,
it.
you're
Still
in
like
a
New
New
York.
York
You're
market.
paying for New York.
I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. But still, like, I feel like you got to be some type of good to be the most expensive team. You know?
But
Personally-
I
personally
mean, you're not the,
You're
the
like-
Jets.
Personally
The Jets aren't on that list. They
Yeah.
might have been.
Right,
I don't
but
know.
they're,
Were they
like,
on the list?
The Cowboys are.
The Cowboys, right?
They're
You
good
know?
this year.
Yeah, but what's defined
Yeah,
good?
but like, have they won any Super Bowls
Not since
lately?
Not since Aikman and those guys. Like
Since
that's-
'94,
Yes,
90.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm in
barely
junior-
won any playoff games.
Yeah,
since
that's
then.
what I
Right
mean.
around the same time the Knicks were decent.
Wow,
Um,
that sucks.
Right.
That really sucks. Wow,
how you guys
what's that
feel?
like?
But the Hoosiers are tipping off pretty soon, baby.
Oh
Cannot wait.
I'm excited. I want to see how the Bulls gel on the court. I like them, but when they signed all those guys like
we're talking
DeRozan,
about all these teams, but at the end of the
yeah,
year,
no,
you're still gonna be
no,
like
but on paper, when the
Nets,
Bulls,
and if the Lakers can stay healthy, I see the Lakers in it.
yeah, when the Bulls signed all those guys, like there were literally people that get paid to talk about basketball on ESPN. They're like, I don't even think they're a playoff team. What?
They got a solid team. Lonzo's a solid point
in
guard.
the East, you got Lonzo, DeMar,
Levine,
Caruso,
Caruso.
Vucevic. You got Kobe White coming off the bench. Like they're gonna make the play. They're gonna at least be the
Yeah.
8th seed. Like,
Right.
are you kidding me? And Desumu had a good. I feel like he had a good.
He's a
preseason.
hometowner there. He
Yeah.
needs to stay home.
Yeah. So I don't understand how some people get paid to talk about basketball, and we just sit here in Tom's garage and not get paid to talk about stuff. It doesn't make sense.
Do it a hell of a lot better.
Get paid. a
You
hell-
put us right on
get paid a
ESPN.
hell of a lot less too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take half of their paycheck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's all I got on the agenda. You guys have anything
Wow.
pressing
Oh
that you
wow,
want to?
that was
Sit.
pitiful.
Let's see. What do I got? What am I thinking about?
What do you anything that came up over the last 9 weeks that you want that you want to bring over?
Not on my top of my head. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll see something and think about it. But I covered it all today. Thanks, Hoop, for the question.
You're welcome. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
I appreciate you
Giving that shout out to
offering
me.
us
Yeah.
an
Yeah, that was-
opportunity to put something on the agenda.
That was
now.
Yeah.
That was the-
Thanks for giving me that heads up.
You guys looked at me and
Any
were like,
chance
nah.
we get a Runkles report card next time?
Probably
we
not. Probably
No?
not. Yo, this is
Bronco
almost
forgot
this
about
is
us.
almost like one of your practices when Chuff used to walk in like, oh, you got anything?
It's all right here, bud.
All up
It's
all up here, bud.
It's like, Tanner, what are you talking about? He's like, don't worry about it. I know what I want.
You're like, it's up here.
He's like, that's what he started texting. He's like, I want it written down.
Yeah, I want to know before I walk into the gym.
I want to see
what
you're
you were
doing.
what you want to do.
All right, I got you.
All right. So you want to? I feel like this is a good jumping off point here.
Sure.
Jumping off to
Jumping
next.
off. Yes, the music might be playing.
Cue the music.
Can we do this next week, or we gotta wait 9 more?
9 more.
Okay.
No,
All
I
right.
don't know. Next week might work.
Oh, next week might work. Might fit it. Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. Well, episode 20 something. Chooping It Up pod.
We'll find it later.
It's been a pleasure.